California. California.
And what is Oregon?
Oregon.
Just a circle and
Mhm.
with this. You're going towards your. Is it clockwise?
Clockwise. Yep.
Clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Clockwise. Okay. So it's not clockwise spinning horizontally. It's spinning this way, like you would a clock on the wall.
Oh, this way.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, good. All right, cool. So Oregon and
California. And the other state that's north, we have Oregon, and then you have California, and north. So I've got Oregon, California, and this one is Washington. Comes from your right shoulder and swings forward twice.
Okay, Washington.
Almost like a little circle in the middle of it. Does that make sense? Like a little loop?
Not bumps, it's
like
a
backwards E or something in a cursive.
So a circle, it's not like mountains. It's
just a minute. I can only see part of your hand because my bar keeps coming up. Stop it. Okay, sorry.
It's not mountains, it's a circle.
Yeah, it's let me see if I can do it from the side, see if that helps.
Oh, it is like mountains.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
okay. I guess it doesn't even do a little loop, does it?
No, it's just like it's almost like mountains.
Yeah.
And then
how do you
when you pull California down, you shake it?
Yeah, I've seen it this way. I've seen it just coming down this way. California.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it both ways. And California, that's how I would sign it. California. So I don't even know if am I really shaking it? Probably not.
Okay.
But I know I've seen that before.
Okay. And Oregon. Okay. Nope, other clockwise.
Mm-hmm. And you know that there are many people, deaf people in the world, that sign Oregon not this way like the Oregonians do it. Sure. They sign it this way. So it's really a part of Washington State. Yeah. It's like we don't have our own sign. We can't make up our own, But this is what Oregonians sign for Oregon. I think even Dr. Bill, I think he signs it Oregon. I think I've seen that before.
Anti-Oregon bias.
Yeah.
Let me ask a general question.
I know. So we can't do everything, right? So how much have you been able to practice over this last couple of weeks?
Just a little bit. So it'd be nice to go over lesson 3. I want to ask a general question. Is it so when you're circling for anything, is it always clockwise?
What?
Your motion. Anytime you're circling, is it always clockwise? Because then if I had a rule, it would be helpful.
Probably. I can't think of anything right now that doesn't circle clockwise because it's whatever is comfortable for you.
Okay.
Whatever is natural for you is what you're doing.
Okay.
I was watching. I looked up a videotape on how to sign laptop computer, and a lot of folks do laptop. Mm-hmm. Laptop this way, and the gentleman said, "This is not comfortable. This is hard on your hand back here. Many people just do so it's left to your palm down and your right is palm down, so it's comfortable. So you're not pulling your muscles."
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's hard for me to remember that, but sure. It will be easier when I'm thinking, "Ooh, what did I sign today that made my arm feel uncomfortable?" So laptop computer. So there are a lot of things. I will have to make a mental note and write it down what signs backwards. There are a few things. I'm sure there are.
But that's okay. I just want a general, like, you know, I mean, for me, it's just like when in doubt, I'm going to go with clockwise unless there's some reason not to.
Right. Well, you know, like the word for when, have we learned that one yet? I know we've talked about different of the.
So, oh, right. Isn't this when?
Yes, that is, and it is also clockwise.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of anything that might be a non-clockwise. Not very many things I don't think are backwards that way. I just don't think so. I think you're signing it so it's comfortable, so it makes sense to you. And I know you're learning the language, but this is awkward. That just feels awkward to my whole arm to sign Oregon backwards.
Yeah.
And so going, but it just seems like a lot of our signs are forward, like following the clockwise versus the opposite. I'm trying to think of all these different signs. I'm thinking of to take care of or babysit or anything like that. Those are all forward movement clockwise, not counterclockwise as well. I mean, it's going on the sideway, but it's more of a natural movement. You're not pulling it towards you. You're taking it away from you.
Okay. So that's another thing is things tend to be away. Well, and then there's things that are towards also, right? I mean, okay.
Right.
But in general, are things more away than towards?
I think it depends on the conversation you're having.
Okay.
So if you and I were discussing money, for instance, okay, and maybe I needed to borrow, I don't know, $20, since we were talking about the number 20, right? So $20, can I borrow?
Yes.
This is a sign for borrow. So I'm asking you, can I borrow $20 from you? But if I'm loaning you money, it's going out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Loan, borrow.
Okay, that makes sense.
Get, take. Take it from me. How many people do that? Not often. But if I tell you, the little kiddo has some scissors, take it from them. That is going to be a movement. It's not towards me because I'm not the one that's going to take it, but I'm telling the person here, take it from that kiddo.
Right.
Maybe my hands are full or something.
Right. That
So
makes
it's
sense.
definitely a directional sign. There's a lot of, it makes so much sense because it's a visual language that you're going to have more directional signs than, simple take the scissors from the kid. It's very visual.
Right. And
take them,
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Well, I was just say it's really interesting because there's ways in which it feels like it's, when you think of something in English, there's a lot more to it than when it's signed. It feels like more rudimentary. There's words that aren't part of it, but then that visual stuff adds so much to it that it's really interesting the ways in which it's descriptive very much differently than English is descriptive, right? And you've talked about that. Yeah.
Absolutely. You don't have to have every little word that we have in English that describes things or helps add fluency.
Right.
We're doing it with our hands and our face.
Right.
Hands, face, body movement.
Yeah.
Would I sign it this way? Taking the scissors thing, would I do this? Probably not, because that shows I'm pulling away from. Is that really what you were trying to get the person to know? That's a dangerous situation. Get those scissors, right? You're moving forward. You're showing that strength and the importance of getting those scissors from that little guy, whoever. Probably my son. My son was Well, no, he
Right.
liked knives, actually. He picked up a knife when he was 2, and my husband grabbed it, and he
Oh,
didn't get cut. And it was just like, it was a miracle. He should
right.
have been cut. It was a Cutco knife, for heaven's sakes. So very sharp knife. He didn't get hurt.
Wow.
But, it's just one of those things, take it quick, just get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's I don't know. For me, because I'm hard of hearing, and I have always been hard of hearing and didn't know it until just a few years ago, um, I've been doing a lot of adapting
Mhm.
myself
Mhm.
to situations. And so I watch facial expressions a lot. I've been doing that forever.
Mhm.
And, and so it's just very, very interesting to me, that it just seems comfortable, seems natural to
Mhm.
sign.
Mhm.
Um, for me, I was thinking about your conversation about the setup of the languages. The English compared to the ASL, and
Mhm.
how they're so different. And just English is just, it's like, where do those words go? I mean, how do we do that again? It's
Mhm.
just not my favorite language.
Mhm.
And I just see it all as pictures in my head. I don't see words when I'm doing sign language.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm. Interesting.
I don't see words very
Uh-huh.
often. If I have to finger spell a word,
Yeah.
then I see the word. I have to actually see it typed, because
Right.
I'm dyslexic, and that's been a trick I've done for years and years and years. If I've seen it in print, I can remember how to spell it, but otherwise I can't. I can't see it. I haven't seen it. Your guess is as good as mine what it's going to look like on paper, because
Right.
it's not phonetically well done.
Right. Right. Huh. That's,
Anyway, so does
yeah.
that answer your question about the English and the ASL, the differences a little bit? And
Yeah. That's really helpful. And then
okay,
before we talk about lesson 3, can we go over um the signs we've learned that are involve these motions? So
uh-huh.
there's there's sign like that's, and by the way, that is the only sign, instead of this, my Callie and Emilio only use the,
Yeah.
oh, like that. Okay. Oh, you're making your hands go.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay. Right. And then there's how much, right? So there's how much,
I I've seen. I'm going to try and adjust my camera here for a second.
yeah, how many is,
Let me see here. Pull it down so I can see my upper chest better there. There you go. Hey, that's pretty good. Better. Okay, so um, for fluency, for fluent, it's just I've seen people just very quickly. It means they are like so fluent, and others are like, yeah, fluent, but is they are like
and
know the language.
okay. And and
And
so
then how many is
how many?
like flat O's. How many?
Okay.
How many? And it
Okay.
stays up. You don't close that back down again. How many?
Okay. And so the signing, you close back down and you kind of almost like that, like it's almost like you're doing a finger. It's like kind of like fingers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost
And
like a little exercise.
and and then
Mhm. How
how
many?
how many? It's like
How
you're
many? How
bouncing
many?
a ball. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And is there another one we're learning that's in this realm too? I'm trying to remember. There's a third one. Maybe it'll come up when we go over lesson 3.
Let
But
me see here. I'm looking right now at the different. Um, how many? How many?
many.
Many. Many. Many. Many.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So I
Like
was
many. Like many problems.
many.
Many.
How many is moving and many is just staying there,
Yeah.
right?
Many and how many.
Got it.
Many.
And your fingers are
Many.
spread.
Many, how many, how many, and it just goes up. You're just like throwing. How many are there?
Okay. How
How
many?
many can you catch?
And then many is just staying there, right?
Many just stays there. Yeah.
And
Many.
then sign is like that.
Sign.
Sign.
And so yeah.
Okay. And then
Language.
when I ask how do you sign that, you use this for signing. Okay.
What does your daughter's boyfriend use? Does he use this?
They do this. I mean, they all. Callie's telling me that just she's never. Anyways,
They're not using it at all. Maybe it's something that's gone out of. It was historically something they did, but now they don't do that.
Well, Dr. Bill does this though, so it feels different. It feels like that's like what is the sign, concrete sign as opposed to I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this is I always understood this to mean having your level of fluency in the language.
Yeah.
Do something. So are you doing? Are you fluent? Yeah.
Okay, that's really helpful. Okay, thanks. And then I think there's one more, but maybe when we go over lesson 3, it'll come up. There's one more. Oh, well, and of course this is what, right? So here's what, and it's a couple of times. Yes.
Right.
Okay. And then how is
how?
Oh, I'm sorry. And how many? And how. But many is just many.
And you could is how many? How many? No, it'd be like it's just many.
Many.
I'm second guessing myself.
So how many and many? Okay, is that context then? Because yeah,
I was just going to say context is everything. So tell me, when would you use the word many and not be talking about a number, like how many people are at the party or how many people were at Thanksgiving?
Well,
right, your family had 7, mine had 3.
There were many people at the party, so there were many people at the party.
Many people. Many people.
Okay.
And this is the sign for people are P's.
Oh.
And it circulates clockwise out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good. I like that one. All right.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to remember clock, because you know what? There's people that are going to do it backwards. And
the other question I have was city. So I know city is one of the vocabulary sign or one of the signs, and so it's not this. What is city?
The city is it comes up and comes up and comes up and it goes around counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always signed it right to left. I'm dyslexic, and so there is a possibility you can watch Dr. Bill and see if he goes from left to right.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter.
Right.
It still means city.
Okay, I'm just going to keep doing things clockwise unless there's some reason not to.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay, that's city. And then you just make it bigger by going out. Got it.
And if you want neighborhood, so you have your house, right?
This is my
house. Okay, and then I can actually show where it's at. My little C claw is going to put my house right in front of me, so I know my neighborhood and I can explain my neighbors. So all these people are my neighbors. Neighbors. And you don't use people with it. It's just near. These people all live near me. And that's become the sign for neighborhood or neighbor. But you can do, if I don't hit my hand. Neighborhood. We're small neighborhood, just around my house, just a little small area. That can be a neighborhood. This could be a town. It's a little bit bigger. This could be a city.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then,
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
doing
LA.
big. Last time we were doing big, and I've been trying to, and that is straight thumb, curved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is when something is great big. There's different kinds of mouth facial expressions that you use, non-manuals that are used on your mouth, depending on the height or the depth of the word. How big is, see, I don't know any canyons around here, but I can't think of any canyons. Compared to, or maybe Sutherland's Lake compared to Crater Lake.
Okay.
Sutherland's Lake. Sutherland's Lake. Cha is huge. It's huge.
Okay.
Cha huge. So you can have cha. Just depends on your meaning.
And
how
then,
big is it? You know.
And then I'm assuming no matter how, you don't want to like extend out. I mean, typically you're staying within,
right.
Even something super big, you're not like that.
Yeah. Not unless, for me, with my job, if the teacher was saying, this is so big, this is the most important thing that's happened all year.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? You know? And that would probably only be with little kids, with elementary age kids. You wouldn't do that with middle school and high school, unless the teacher is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and if your own personality is that you do big things like that, I have a son-in-law that if he were a signer, he would be doing all the time because he's very extroverted, very, very outgoing, very big embodiment of that configuration of, you know, for his personality, that's him.
Okay.
So, and you're going to sign the way your personality is, and that's good. You want to do that. You want to sign, you know, how you are, not what your daughter wants you to be or what your, you know, the boyfriend wants you to do, or what. I mean, you're going to take it and make it your own.
Sure.
That's important with language. So,
okay.
All right. So, what do you want to practice today? Do we want to just go over all the words or just some of them?
Can we? Yeah. Can we just do lesson 3? The do you call it? Is it vocabulary? Also, is that what you use when you talk about signs? Is it vocabulary?
Yeah.
And then Renee,
the vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
So you have your left finger is pointing out.
Left
and
finger.
Then I have a V that touches.
Okay.
Vocabulary. The sign for word is a G that's bent and it touches. See, like this? Only it's. That's right. Yeah. This is a word. Do you know the sign for, what's that word? Word. Vocabulary. Word.
And when you say bent G, that's not a C.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle, right? It's a crooked G or a cocked C, whichever, however you want to.
Word. Okay. And then vocabulary is on top and it boings. Okay. And nouns always, they double. It's always kind of a boing for nouns. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we were learning lesson 3 last 2 weeks ago. The first word is all, and there was different meanings for all, remember?
Yeah, and I'm getting better at it. I swear. For some reason that it was so the kids, they just do this. I mean, although they talked about so, and again, you and I talked about but you said I can just be comfortable in terms
right. Oh, yeah.
And Okay. Yep.
You can also do, so it's coming left to right, or you can do from the right shoulder out. All of you go over to the side of the room, or this includes everybody. Everybody needs to pay attention. This is a big announcement. Big announcement.
Okay.
So everybody, all.
So,
And all.
okay.
Yeah.
Lots.
Lots of different ways to sign that. The next word was ask. Ask.
Okay.
Ask.
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 Okay.
And I think the one that Bill uses the most is the question mark. Ask me. Ask. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Like a question mark, remember, because you're kind of circling it, and then.
And then,
see.
yeah, this one. Okay, so you're circling it like, yeah. Go ahead. Okay. So
I never quite know which is the best way to do that.
Circling.
Right, exactly. Perfect. That is perfect.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to do this. Give myself a little more room so I can move around a little bit.
Okay.
Ask.
Question.
So I can ask you about your Thanksgiving, or you can ask me.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, so you're doing it. You're doing it. Are you doing?
Like come and pointing it. Like
So,
come, and then like you're making the dot on the question mark.
Okay.
Ask me. Ask me.
Okay.
Ask me anything you want. Go ahead. Ask me. I am an open book. Ask me.
Okay. And then do I say I want to ask, if I say ask you, then or ask
Exactly.
him. So ask him, and I point to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like if you were right here next to me, right? You're on my right side, and what is the boyfriend's name again? I can't remember.
It's Emilio. Emilio.
Okay, so you would ask Emilio. So you are throwing the question to him.
Okay.
So your hand is going to be palm. Let's see here. So you do it as though he's like you are. Let's say your daughter is on the right of you, on your right side. Okay. So pretend like she's standing right next to you on the right side. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You're not going to point at her. You're going to have your hand facing. So the palm, the back of your hand is going to be like facing her.
Okay.
Right? And you're going to throw the question mark to the person that she's asking or should ask the question.
So are you doing the circle thing when you do that?
Mm-mm.
You're not. You're just kind of,
I'm when it's in front of me, I do the circle thing. When it's to the side, it's like, come here. Come and point. Come and period. I mean, it's a weird.
This one's challenging for me. Okay, so you're
ask. Yeah, ask.
Okay, so I am like, let's do it in slow motion. I'm going like this, and I'm going like that, and coming,
and then period.
Pointing. Okay, so it's just kind of like slit and boink. Okay.
And actually, I do a little bit more. Is when I'm going really slow, it's hard to do, but I do feel it in here. So I know that I'm doing more than just doing this. I'm pulling my finger back further. Yeah. There you go. But see, when you start signing it, it's going to go fast. See, if I was saying, you need to ask her, ask her, ask her, ask him, ask him. You ask him.
So it's like a slow. Okay, so you're pulling back and then you're pointing. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Some of these things, I've been signing this for 30 years, and it's like, I don't know how to do that anymore. How do you do that in slow motion? You know, and I have to just do it as a word, a sentence or whatever, and then I can show it better.
Ask him. Okay. So I'm saying, Callie, ask him.
Uh-huh.
Ask him. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you were interpreting or your family was asking questions or talking at Thanksgiving time and wanted to know something, say, ask him, not me. Ask him. Ask him.
Ask your father.
Yeah.
So what I say, not me, ask him.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. You can say, and that would be perfect.
So anytime if I want to negate anything, do I just do this? I mean, if I'm saying not me, not you, it's this, right?
Right. Yeah. That just clarifies it for everyone that's listening, that's watching your conversation.
Right.
And that is truly ASL. You don't have to say no. You can just no. Yeah. Have your facial expression. No. Scissors.
Yeah. But not good is it's not it, but it's
right. Yeah.
This, right. So
bad.
Bad.
Good.
Bad. Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so bad.
Right.
Bad. Good and bad, but you make that more pretty. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Otherwise, if it's you can just shake because okay. Right. Toilet.
And the fancy word is restroom, but I don't see that hardly ever at all.
Okay.
Restroom.
I don't want learning. If it's something you don't see, I don't want to crowd my brain with
it. Okay. And then we discussed big.
Okay.
And then we did city.
Yep.
Class.
Right. You were okay. So class, and then you were saying like group.
Mm-hmm.
Group.
And
family. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Those are the main ones in ASL. If you do more English style, there are other initialized signs that they use, that people do use, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not ASL. It's not what a deaf person might use.
Okay.
And it really depends. I have my friend that's 65. She uses C sign many times in her signing. And it's just like, where did you learn that from? Oh, school. Oh, all right, there you go. English from school. Yeah, school. Like the school mom standing at the front of the room. Come to class.
Got it. And then so that's another. So that school, this cook, right? Or
Yep.
cook. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. School. And it doesn't have to be up so high. It's usually just in your rib cage, and it's just.
Let me go farther away. Okay, so all right, here we go. Like that.
Yeah.
And then this is a sign I use a lot around the house.
I know.
Clean. Is that?
Yeah. Nice. One time.
And then slow.
Clean.
Clean. Oh, sorry. So clean and then nice.
Nice is one. Yeah.
Okay.
And let me see here. It's interesting. I'm thinking religious songs because I'm thinking of Christmas. You know,
Mhm,
holy and pure. Those kind of words are also right here too.
mhm,
They're also because you have clean. Well, what's clean? Well, the holy baby. You know, the Christ child is clean. You know,
mhm,
he's holy. So you
mhm.
have an H that circles and it goes clean.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
holy, and then you have pure with a P. But those are all more English words.
Uh,
But I know that deaf people use them because I've seen them use them in songs and stuff. So
mhm.
anyway, um, and then you were showing me slow.
Slow.
Hmm. Good.
The kids have a fit when I get like overly obnoxious about slow. It's like they're like, now Callie's like, no, mom, you don't have to do that. You just do
Yeah,
that.
slow. Yeah, I'm slow. Yeah,
Okay.
or no, you're fast. I'm slow, or I drive slower.
Mhm.
I want to be careful. I want to be careful. All right. So we have class come. We talked about that before. Come, come, come here. No, come.
So either way,
Hmm.
okay.
Either
And then
way works.
okay, and then so right. So sign is kind of like yeah. I swear
Well,
I
that's the question. Oh, no, that looks good.
have to get this. Somehow this one is like there's some things my brain just has a hard time kind of yeah. I finally got
Well,
all, but it took a while to
let me
do.
see here. So if you're looking at it this way, it goes
The question looks
yes.
like that.
Well, just how it looks.
Okay. But so it's sideways.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like back. It really does look like I'm just pointing at somebody, doesn't it?
It does.
It's pulling your wrist back like you're cocking it,
Uh-huh.
and then you're pointing.
And oh, so you're not doing this.
I'm not doing well. So hard. I think it depends on which way you're going from. Because when I'm going from myself to you, I'm going to ask you a question. I am not cocking my wrist back. But when I'm coming this way, I'm cocking my wrist back to throw it at the other person.
Okay.
So I am cocking it back. Don't ask me.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
I may have to go back and watch Dr. Bill again and just watch him and see what he does. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those words that I think people are going to sign it um, different ways.
Okay.
And you know what that means, but if it doesn't look like mine, that doesn't mean that I don't understand you.
Uh-huh. Okay.
See, and that was beautiful.
Okay.
That was
So
poetic. It was so pretty.
oh,
All right, let's see here. What else can we do? Like and don't like.
like
And then don't like, you're throwing it away.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I want something. I don't want it. I want something. I don't want it. You're throwing it away.
Don't want
Right.
don't want.
Don't want it.
I don't come up. So for wanting, I bring it all the way to myself, but for don't want, not quite that far, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, let's see. And I do it this way. I do it kind of this way.
okay.
I'm not bringing it all the way to my chest.
Okay. So just psh,
Want.
and
Want.
psh, want,
Uh-huh. And then I don't want.
don't want.
Don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you might. Let me see. Want. I want that. I don't want that. It's interesting. I've used this as the sign for want, but I don't think people actually pull it in like that as much. And I think when I'm interpreting it, I don't. I don't do that movement like I want. You know what this is?
Ice cream.
I want ice. I'm really, boy, I'm drooling over ice cream. I need my ice cream. You know, I want the ice cream. But you want ice cream? What? That's just a smaller movement.
Small movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then don't want.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Favorite.
Favorite. Okay.
Like an ice cream cone that you're looking on it?
You're sticking your tongue out, right? No. Just okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That just flew out of my head. Okay, that's better.
Chocolate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got okay.
Fine.
Fine. And this is cool, right? So
Cool. Fine. Yeah.
and that's me. Cool. Or that's something else. Like that's cool, right? So like that.
Yeah, this is means cool, rad. That's I mean, you know, beautiful, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
whatever words that go with cool.
Okay.
Or in translation, you can do it that way.
Okay. And fine is just straight up fine.
And if you have an upset teenager, they may go, fine. Well, fine. It's very sharp, very sharp. It's fine.
Okay.
So, and
Normally you're there. You're just boink.
Yeah. And then, of course, you know, for women and like lady and gentleman, you would say like lady and gentleman. So it's like one, like a mom and a dad. Only it's ladies and gentlemen.
Is that woman? That's woman and man also. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
No, it's this way. Yeah. I was thinking might come up like this would be a woman and this could be a man, but this is for a lady because they're fine, refined.
Oh, good.
Fancy, you know. Oh, that's another thing with circular going.
So wait, Renee.
Yeah.
What's the difference between lady and woman then? I mean, are they both the same sign? Okay.
And if you're trying to show like upper class, you know, whatever, you might go.
Okay.
Lady. She's a lady.
Okay. Gentleman. It's
She's
like
a lady.
right behavior. You know, somebody's very
Yeah. Nice clothes, fancy car, you know, a limo or whatever, you know.
Okay.
But and sometimes this goes with it, the snotty behavior, the uppity. And you're touching your nose. You're kind of lifting your head up at the same time, like you're better than everybody else. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. What else? From. Do you remember from? So it's got your left hand is a pointer finger, and it is in neutral position. And you're going to use an X from your right hand. Your X is going to touch the left and pull back.
Okay, so go the other way. Go the other way. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So that. Oh.
From.
Just okay, and just so that we just did word, we did vocabulary, and then
Word.
word was also like a C.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Okay. And now.
So, I think I do it this way because this is just not as comfortable.
Oh, like a G, but so it would be a G for word.
It could be. I mean, anybody who knows the language knows that anything that comes like this with this shape is a word.
Okay.
Okay.
And then from. Okay, so and then from.
From.
You have a more open. Oh no, it's 2 pointers.
2 pointers.
Oh, great. Okay. But a crooked pointer.
Right.
Okay. From. Okay. From. Okay. From.
And this has everything to do with time because this is when. And so this has to do with the clock.
Okay. Yeah.
And then this has to do with taking time away from the clock.
Okay.
From 3 to 5, I'm going to be whatever.
Is that the same from as I come from California? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. What else? So we have go there, go to, go. And those are pointers too, by the way.
So it's not go is not here. I've been doing it down here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And I've been doing it to the side. So you're saying it's more.
They should be facing out. Your palms should face out. And then they go.
Okay. That's helpful. I've been doing this. So okay. That makes more sense. Go.
Yeah.
Go. Go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Go. We're gonna go. Okay.
We're gonna leave. We're going now.
Going now.
Yeah. You can use this. Go. Go, I said. Like you're demanding, go to your room. Go to, it's time to leave,
And you can point it in the direction. Go. Go. Okay.
Okay. What time is it?
We're 11:05.
Oh no. All right.
This is so I will finish lesson 3 and do lesson 4 for the next our next session. And when is our last session?
That's a good question. I think it's in January.
Okay.
I think it's the end of the semester. If I'm not mistaken, I'll ask Zach and clarify.
Okay. And then I'm assuming obviously we have the week of Christmas that we're not.
Right. Yeah, we won't be doing anything Christmas week. I don't know if we'll do anything the next week because I'm off for 2 weeks. We have
that's fine.
Christmas break. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Zach would probably get upset if I started to do a sign language class because he would say, "You're not getting paid, so you're not supposed to be doing it."
Good idea. So
when I worked in New Mexico, I worked like a teacher. I had the same hours, the same responsibilities as any teacher. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just go, be prepared, and do your thing, interpreting, and then go home. Mm-hmm. It was go home, prepare for the next day's classes, and then be prepared to interpret when you get there.
Wow.
And with the student that I was working with, he didn't have a lot of language at the time. So I was doing a lot of visual aids, a lot of printing, a lot of trying to prepare, how do you talk about George Washington if you don't have a picture of him? Mm-hmm. You need to have pictures. You need to, what are false teeth? My student did not know, he didn't know so many things. It was just really a sad scenario, but he has just completely turned himself around at this point in his life.
Nice.
He's going to college as soon as college opens again.
Good for him.
So
I'm
yeah,
so glad to hear
it's
that.
been a real success story for him. He's just a really good guy, good learner, and one of my favorite things about that student was that he could not understand these lazy hearing people that would come to school and not learn. He was he had no language for so many years, and now that he had language, he wanted to explore it and learn it and do it and become it, you know.
Wow.
And he chewed the entire. We had an entire group that in New Mexico. I can't remember what they called the group though. But anyway, it was high school level, and so it was like the last chance. You know, it was a reading group, and it, but it was like self-contained. Kids were going to the same three teachers,
Mhm.
but then they also went to PE. They went to other things, but they were very. Um, some of them were troubled. Some of them just didn't know, couldn't read, didn't have their English as their language,
Mhm.
and some of them had English as their second language. They were Native American, and so you had all of these different varieties of folks that
Wow.
migrants too that were coming in and
Sure.
hadn't been in school for years or whatever, coming and going. And so, but he chewed them all out. He's like, "You have language. You need to be using it."
Aw, that's cool.
And everybody was like, "Yeah, you go, student. You go, right?" That was awesome. Anyway, you have a lovely week. And if you have any questions, you have my email. Feel
Okay.
free to email me.
Good.
And I'm happy to chat with you anytime.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate
Have a good week. All right.
it. See ya.
All right. Bye. Good to see you too.
Good to see you.